You're standing in line. Your phone is in your pocket. 10 seconds pass. Then your hand moves toward it without you even deciding to move it. You call this boredom. But the real answer is far stranger. That it you feel isn't a flaw in your brain. It isn't weakness, and it isn't a modern problem caused by short attention spans. It's a signal, an ancient one. Your ancestors felt it too, standing at the edge of a forest, scanning an empty horizon. Their brains were doing the exact same thing yours is doing right now. Why would evolution build discomfort into stillness? Because stillness used to be dangerous. For most of human history, doing nothing meant missing something. A change in the wind, a predator's shadow, a chance to find food before it disappeared. Psychologist Sandy Mann, who has spent years studying boredom at the University of Central Lancashire, found that this restless state actually pushes the brain toward creative problem solving. Boredom isn't the absence of thought. It's a redirection of it. Here's where it gets stranger. In 2014, researcher Timothy Wilson published a study in the journal Science that asked people to sit alone in a room with nothing to do. No phone, no book, just their thoughts. Many participants found this so unbearable that they chose to give themselves mild electric shocks rather than sit quietly. Think about that. People preferred pain over an empty mind. Your brain didn't evolve to be entertained. It evolved to be alert. When there's nothing pulling your attention outward, your mind doesn't shut off. It turns inward, searching for a task, a threat, a reason to move. Researcher Erin Westgate, who studies the psychology of boredom at the University of Florida, describes this restlessness as a kind of internal alarm. It tells you that what you're doing or not doing isn't a good use of your attention. It's not punishment. It's guidance. Ancient humans who felt this discomfort and acted on it survived more often. They explored. They noticed. They wandered just far enough to find water, or shelter, or the next meal. The ones who could sit still for hours, undisturbed by the itch to move, often missed the signals that mattered. Comfort with total stillness wasn't an advantage. It was a risk. So what does this mean for you? Scrolling through your phone in a checkout line. Your brain hasn't caught up to a world where every second of stillness can be filled instantly. The same alarm that once sent your ancestors out to scan the horizon now sends your thumb to a screen. The signal is identical, only the responses change. You're not weak-willed. Your ancient wiring meeting a modern trigger. Some researchers now believe this constant feeling of boredom is quietly costing us something. If every idle moment gets absorbed by a screen, the mind never gets a chance to wonder the way it was designed to. And wondering, it turns out, is where a lot of creative thinking happens. The best ideas rarely show up when you're focused. They show up in the shower, on a walk, staring out a window. In the gaps. Maybe boredom was never something to escape. Maybe it was always a message, whispered by a much older version of you, standing at the edge of a forest, telling you to pay attention to something you were missing. So the next time your hand drifts toward your phone in that quiet, itchy moment, pause. Notice it. That's not nothing. That's 40,000 years of instinct, trying to get your attention.